name is Eric Lloyd. This is Speech 155. I am going to give you a narrative story about buck fever, and I'm going to give you a short explanation of what buck fever is. Buck fever is the first time that you are actually hunting and you're going to kill an animal. And here's where my story begins. It begins with me and my father. My father has been a hunter since he was 14 years old, and all the way until he passed away when he was 71 2 years ago. He hunted, loved hunting. He took me to classes, had to take two classes on Saturdays, and took my 2 classes, passed my 2 classes, got my hunting license. Everything was great. I was excited. He was excited. It was my first time. Everything's wonderful. Day kept coming. First day for buck season. Kept coming. And the time just couldn't come fast enough. And what it was by law then, when I was 12 years old, he had to be right by my side. So him and his best friend decided to come along and watch me shoot my first buck. Well, here we are. It's 6 a.m. out in the woods, freezing, and I'm shaking like a maniac, cold and nervous. And what happened is we started to hear footsteps, and you can just hear them creeping real slow. And then you can see off in the distance, you can see the doe and the buck coming down. Well, they started coming down the hill, and as they were coming down the hill, I got the gun up, and I started getting buck fever. Now, buck fever, I'm going to explain, is an extreme, severe, scared, and exciting reaction. It's your first kill. You kill an animal, and you start shaking uncontrollably. And what it was I was standing up next to a tree, and had my father and his friend behind me, laughing, giggling, thinking it was the funniest thing in the world, because I'm a little 12-year-old boy holding a 30-06, which a gun is almost as tall as I am, like this, and I'm shaking like a maniac. And I was like, Dad, what's the matter? And he couldn't stop laughing, and he couldn't even tell me what to do. So I'm sitting there like a maniac, shaking, waiting on this buck. I see this buck, get it in the sights. I'm shaking. And all of a sudden I close my eyes and I take a shot. Boom! It's like, okay, what happened? And I'm still shaking. And I see the buck's laying on the ground. I shot him. Okay, cool. Well, went up to him. Boy, he was still alive, and that's what freaked me out. I got scared, and he was still breathing, and it made me start to feel bad for it. So my father, being my father, took control of the situation, took the gun, put the poor deer out of his misery. Ever since then, I have never been able to hunt. I feel bad for animals. I feel bad for roadkill. I feel bad for dead birds. I feel bad for deer that are bloated and sitting on the side of the road for weeks at a time. And basically the story, everything is buck fever and hunting has gone into change my whole outlook on hunting and animals, and basically my father getting the joke of his life, because it's the story that he told all the way until pretty much 2 weeks before he passed away. And he thought it was just the funniest joke in the world. And that is my speech for class. Speech 155. My name is Eric Lloyd, and thank you very much.